So I just came back from UniFi 2025 conference in London, and these are the key takeaways. I'm going to cover what's been said in this conference at the surface level. I'm not going to go too deep into what is in the pipeline, what is going to be released, but I'm going to give you a general idea so you can see where this company is heading. There were quite a lot of products to look at in general area where they displayed all their main categories. That was door access, that's doorbells, intercoms. They have a little bit of IoT devices coming up. They didn't talk too much about these things, but there was something to look at. Also, they displayed all of their CCTV cameras that they have, either as PTZ or 360, so many AI-based cameras, all listed there. Obviously, they were displaying their main product, what this company is all about: switches, routers, access points, with a main focus on Wi-Fi 7 and artificial intelligence. And obviously, the most important thing to me that brought me to this event is their storage solution, which is their UNAS Pro storage system, storage server for rack mount cabinets. And looks like they are not going to be stopping there. They have lined up several more storage products to be released in the future. What I really like about UniFi and the company in general is that they are so innovative. They are exploring so many new areas in the industry and different industries as well. They display their own speakers and also things like HDMI or LAN and things like that. So they are really exploring all kind of industries they could tap into. Let's have a look at the things that got my attention. And the first thing is AI. This is obviously the loudest and the most popular topic everyone is talking about. And I was curious how UniFi is going to be taking advantage of AI in their systems. And this is how. UniFi already use AI in their cameras, into smart detection, humans, vehicles, things like that. But this is not enough. They are going to use AI for the CCTV footage. So people detected in the footage will have their own vector-based profile, which will allow you to search for the footage based on the body shape instead of face, because not always you get the face recorded on the camera. So this is pretty genius. Also, they said they will have some smart features like detecting if there are any transactions being done at the checkout without any customer being present, so that AI is going to be able to detect these things when someone is trying to make a false transaction. I think if UniFi continue like this, they will soon overtake Synology with their AI features. UniFi also said they will use AI to detect abnormal activity in the network. So there will be a new column in your logs where you can see that there is something suspicious about certain activity, like there is X amount of data being sent through IoT devices. Regarding AI features in their storage solutions, that's UNAS Pro, there was nothing said about that. I really wish they did something like RAG search, where you can search for specific documents, specific tables, anything to do with text documents, PDFs, or even multimedia, where you could say, show me 2025 financial records for this company. Because on these storage devices, you'll be storing documents, PDFs, everything you can think of. And in office environment, you need to have a quick way to search for documents or search the content of the documents to save man hours in the workplace. And obviously, time means money. So I really wish UniFi invested their time in features like searching for specific animals, places, food, if it's photos, or if it's about the documents, there should be a feature to find everything to do with certain projects this company is working or was working 5 or 10 years ago. So next up is IoT, how much they are heading that direction. And they said they are still in testing and exploring phase, where they have introduced few products like Motion Center or Environment Center, but they are willing to polish this product to a degree that they could start marketing and advertising. But UniFi said they have developed webhooks, which will allow you to connect your third-party sensors from other companies. And that's Slack and ServiceNow. The other standards like Zigbee or Z-Wave is not compatible yet. People are asking for it. They promise they will be adding this compatibility. The next big subject, what they were talking about, is redundancy and especially high availability. They are developing switches that will be highly available. When one switch fails, the other one will take over. They also want this high availability across different products, and that includes 5G SIMs, when one SIM can take over if one fails, and the same with a WAN connections. If one internet provider fails, the other one takes over. And they're not stopping there, they're also introducing products with dual power supplies. So if one power supply fails in the switch, the other one will take over. You can easily replace broken power supply without turning the device off. They were also talking about UPSs and the new range they will be introducing. So that will also make sure that your network never goes down. The next big topic they were talking about was Wi-Fi 7 and now tapping into 6 GHz bandwidth, which allows much more connections, a much better filtered noise, and overall faster speeds. Obviously, there's no permission to have 6 GHz Wi-Fi outdoors, so they are facing this issue in UK and European Union. There's not much they can do about this unless consumers will be pushing towards this new upgrade in these regions in the world. But they follow the legal process. Whenever these governments decide to allow this frequency, they will simply roll out new update and this will be available to those countries. But now it depends on those governments. They also mentioned a few workarounds if you are in those regions and you need to have this solution and this speed. If you want to know how to do it, you will need to talk to them, they will tell you. Regarding this network topic, they also told us they are going to be supporting now multiple WANs. So you can combine all of the WANs you have, all ISP internet providers providing you internet, you can combine them all together and have combined speeds. It's not anymore balancing, it's actual aggregated speed. More ISPs you have, more speed you get. Very clever. Regarding security, VPN is also being introduced, so you can have connections between different locations very securely. And they're also improving their firewall. It's going to be zone-based firewalls now. You don't need to worry about VLANs to configure every single device in every single location. Now it's going to be zone and a device-based firewall where this particular user with their laptop can connect at one site in one city and another city. All of these networks will pass through the rules that this laptop can or cannot access. Much faster and easier user management. There are also good news about self-hosted gateways. Before, cloud-based gateways always had the latest version on it, installed the latest features, but local-based gateways had to wait for those updates to be rolled out. Now they are promising these two to go alongside. Any updates released on the cloud will also be available to local gateways. They also mentioned a few mobile app improvements, so you can see live what is going on your network. Regarding third-party integration with other systems and other devices, they have developed something called Webhooks, an API, so that allows you to connect other systems through this API and webhook system. This is a very needed feature for users that have systems from different brands. And now about the most exciting topic which brought me to this conference, which is storage and where they are heading. So I can't go too much in detail. You will need to attend one of these conferences to see it for yourself or just wait. But they are working on desktop NAS and new rack mount NAS. So you'll have 2-bay or 4-bay option for your desktop. And if you need something faster and more secure, you will be able to have your rack mount solution. So this rack mount solution will have dual power supply, it will have ZFS, and it will also have NVMe caching. I also mentioned updates for the mobile app, so now you'll be able to manage your storage server from the app. You don't need to go to the admin panel. Now you'll be able to do it on the app. They will be introducing pools, which allows you to create 2 RAIDs if you want to. One may be faster, other one safer but slower. You'll be able to do that across those 7 bays. They will be also introducing new RAID, which is RAID 6, which allows 2-drive redundancy. 2 drives can break down and your data is still accessible and safe. Before they only had RAID 1, RAID 5 and RAID 10. They also mentioned ability to back up to Google Drive and OneDrive, and you will be also able to back up your Windows, your Linux, and your Mac system. One feature that was not discussed was filtering multimedia files. So when we back up our laptop or Linux or Mac, we want to have an easy way to filter down those photos. We want to be able to geographically filter a country, a face, an object, because this is industry standard now. Every other brand allows you to filter down those photos based on a timeline, geographical location, face, objects seen on the photos, and with AI features so readily available in the market, there's no excuse not to introduce this in organizing those files. And finally, they were talking about door access, how they're working on their doorbells, the new doorbells coming out, how they are having one system that allows multiple entry options like NFC cards, phone touch, or fingerprint, all through the one portal. So it looks like they really want to simplify everything to do with IT. Whatever industry it is, it should be made simple and easy to use. And this is what UniFi is all about, simplicity. And as they said themselves, they are just adding value on top of value on top of value, 3 times volume. I think UniFi did a really good job hosting this conference. Thank you for having me. This helped me to understand what this company is about and what sort of products they are working on, what they are planning to work on, and where they are heading. Thank you so much, and see you next year.